Hey, I'm Ken Monroe with The Bad Hire, and this is our first episode. I want to introduce the show to you by telling you what it's about, and then a contest that we have that I hope will encourage you to get involved in our show and participate in helping us create great content that you'd love to hear. So The Bad Hire is really an idea that came from sitting around with a lot of talent acquisition folks and recruiters and different people who are in the recruiting business. And whenever we're hanging around after work or whenever we get downtime, the conversation as we're together almost always turns to them telling stories, and oftentimes bad hire stories. And they are often hilarious. As you can imagine, a group of people sharing their stories, everyone cracking up over somebody they hired that didn't pan out either immediately or down the road, and it just going south on them. The stories are often funny, but not always. Sometimes they're sad, and sometimes even tragic. And all of them, though, interesting. The idea of The Bad Hire is to kind of humanize and look inside the life of a recruiter and a talent acquisition professional and what they deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know, surely they hire great people. They put great people to work inside organizations and help them succeed, find great jobs for people and great matches. But along the way, they also deal with failures of thinking you had everything right and this was the right person and just not working out. Those are often the moments that recruiters and talent acquisition people bond around when we're often hanging around. That's the idea for the show. And so what we want is we'll source our own, but we also want to include you as an audience member and somebody who watches the show or listens to the show. We want you to submit your stories if you have one. Clearly, if you've been in the industry a little bit, you've certainly had one. So we want you to submit a story. We've got a web page you go to, a landing page. Go there. You'll read all the rules on how to submit and what we're looking for and some tips and hints on how to do a good job for how to prepare the content for the story for the show. And then you'll submit it and it'll be reviewed. And then as we review it, if we like it, we'll reach out to you. We'll let you know that it's potentially going to be on the show, when we might do it. And then if it's one of the best, we'll put it in kind of a runoff. And at the end of the season, the producers and the team here at the podcast, at the Bad Hire Podcast, will review it. And then we'll select a winner for the season. And when we do that, we'll give that winner $10,000. So we're going to run a contest to give away $10,000 to the absolute best story of the season. And so I would encourage you to send yours in. I know you've got one. Pick your funniest story, write it in the very best way you can. Pick your saddest story, or maybe even your most tragic story, whatever it could be. It doesn't have to be about a hire either. It could be about the interview process, the person you didn't hire, the bad hire that didn't make it because the interview went completely off the rails. Those are often super funny stories, shocking at what people will do in an interview. So we encourage you to even tell that kind of story. But what we want is your story about the bad hires you made. If you could, take a look below in the website or the web address and visit thebadhire.com and submit your story, and I'll see you on the next episode.